Welcome to Furniture Redesigned by MBM. Good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is safe and doing well. I'm standing in my foyer this morning and I want to update it for fall, but I was looking at everything I did. The stairs a year ago, I added the panels on the wall and everything is clean. And I looked around at my door here. So the door hasn't been painted since I've been here for almost 30 years, and the blinds in this almond color has been here for I want to say probably 25 years. Now they still look good, but the colors are just a little bit off. So I want to take them down and I want to paint the door in the same tone as the room or the gray tone and add some new window blinds. So keep watching and see how it all turns out. Because my door is metal and I'm using an interior latex paint, the first thing I want to do is clean my door. So I have some Dawn dish soap and soapy water that I'm going to wash down my door with. And then I'm going to take some 180 grit sandpaper and just rough up the door just a little bit. And then we'll be ready for paint. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this rag, with my soapy rag here. And I'm going to start to wash down any crud that's on the door. And in case you're wondering, I haven't done any furniture makeover pieces in a while. It's really hard to come across pieces, and the pieces I have are really large. And my husband is having a hard time moving them out, so I'll just have to wait. So I decided to paint this door. Now it's paint, and I have to do the preparations the same way I would do if this was a piece of furniture. So keep watching.
Scene 98.
Now I'm ready to use a 220 grit sandpaper along with my sanding block, and I want to sand the front door. And I'm doing this because it's never been painted. I want to sand it, then I'll wipe away all the sand with a damp cloth, and we'll be ready for primer. I'm going to use a Ben's synthetic primer. Now this should work on the door, and I'm using the primer because I want to make sure that I seal in that metal so that my paint will be able to stick, since it is a synthetic since I am using a latex paint. So I have a little plastic container here that I added my primer to, and now I just want to get it on the metal door. I'll add 2 coats of the primer, sanding in between, and making sure that I wipe away any dust that may have occurred before adding my paint. Okay, sorry, I thought my camera was on, but I do have 2 coats of the primer on the door, and I've already started to add the same color paint that's on the walls. It is a latex paint, and I'm started with this small brush to just do around the trim and around the edge of the door. I switched to a 4-inch nap roller to roll the flat surfaces of the door.
Scene 98.
Okay, it's been about an hour and a half, and the first coat of paint is dry, and you can see it's looking really, really good. But here, down at the bottom, I can see where I need a second coat. So now we're just gonna go ahead and add a second coat of paint. second coat. I'm gonna let that dry. Then I'm gonna come and take the blinds down, and I'm gonna paint the trim. So I'll see you in about an hour with this. Give this a chance to dry to the touch. So we can go ahead and continue. I'm back, and I took Windex and cleaned my windows. I have this vinyl paper that I had left over from another project. I want to use this to cover up the glass panels in the door. I'll be using Windex to spray on the window to hold the paper in place. I'll use a box cutter to cut it down to size. So I'm going to spray my window down with Windex. I'm going to take the plastic film, add it to the window. I'm using a straight edge at the top, and then I'll just use a razor, a sharp razor, to cut in the corners and adhere the plastic to the window. I use the scissors to cut where the razor didn't completely cut through. Use your hand or a squishy and just wipe until most of the water or liquid comes from under. Now, I use Windex. You could use just water. I'll do the other window off camera. I don't have quite enough of the paper, so I'm going to piece it together. And if this is something I like, I'll go ahead and order another roll. The vinyl is up on the windows. Now I pulled out my Dutch board Duro Clean white paint, and this is for trim. I have an angle brush, and I also have a smaller brush that I'll be using to paint the wood trim. So let's get started. Just so you could see, I fill all the holes or chipping paint in with some color changing wood filler. So I'll paint around those areas and then go back in and get those on my second coat of white paint. I'm switching over to this small brush, and this will help me get into the corners. I'm ready to start painting those areas where the wood filler has dried up.
Scene 98.
So the trim is complete around the door, and it's been a couple of days because I wasn't quite sure whether I liked the film on the window. It let in a little bit too much light, so I went ahead and ordered these panels, and they have a Velcro to attach them to the door. I ordered them 14 by 70, and this is what I'll use. So I don't want to waste any more time. I'm going to go ahead and stick the Velcro liner on the top of the window. Now I can go pretty high because it is 70 inches long. So that the panels will have a little weight, I decided to add a paint stick because it was the perfect length to go on the inside, and this will give my panel a little bit of weight. I'm going to get the other panel added to the door off camera, and we'll come back for the entry door reveal. I absolutely love the gray color of the door and love the panels. This is how the panels block out some of the sunlight in the early morning. Absolutely love them. With that being said, make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. Here's the door from another angle. You can see the blinds rolled up, and you can see the plastic liner that I put on the window and how it reflects the sun, making a beautiful stained glass appearance. And here's a look at the full entryway. Last year I did my stairs and I absolutely love them. I also added the wainscoting to the wall. I love it, and I painted this part of the stairs in the gray color as well. It was white, just to have a little contrast and depth. So make sure you let me know what you think about my entryway makeover. It's time to say thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.